Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Purple Sector podcast for the build up and predictions to the Monaco Grand Prix. My name's Isa,
And I'm Yusuf.
and we're going to be talking about the whole Monaco Grand Prix as a whole, and we're going to also be giving our predictions about what we think is going to happen. So, let's just get straight into it, and we're going to go with the predictions.
First, let's just talk about our prediction format.
Yeah.
So first, we're going to predict who's going to be 1, 2, 3 in qualifying,
I know who I'm picking.
and then in the race, who's 1, 2, 3, and then
And then after that, we've also got most impressive driver and most impressive team. Then we've got most disappointing driver and most disappointing team. And finally, we have one special prediction that it's a bit hard to explain, but it changes every Grand Prix. And the prediction itself is subject to what Grand Prix is for. So that might not make much sense. But for example, for this week, the special prediction is how many overtakes are there going to be? Because Monaco is not known as an overtaking track. So whoever gets closer will obviously get 2 points because it is the special prediction.
So, Isa, what's your qualifying 1, 2, 3?
So my qualifying 1, 2, 3 is gonna be Verstappen in third. I don't think we've said that many times this season. Fernando Alonso in second, and Charles Leclerc, the homeboy, in first. Pole position.
I don't really understand that. Why is Leclerc?
Well, I mean, come on, 2021, Leclerc on pole. I mean, I know he crashes,
And then,
but
and then he bins on an outlet.
yeah, okay, but like, look, this guy is an amazing driver. He is absolutely brilliant.
His car isn't as fast as it
No, but like,
should be or
no, but
has been
pole position in
or could
Azerbaijan,
be.
lots of straights, DRS, Red Bull, absolute brilliance, right? If he can get a pole position there, I mean, come on, of course he can do it in Monaco. He's done it in Monaco before, you know.
But he does have the Monaco curse, so he might.
Like 2022, 2021 pole position both times. I don't see how how there's like how you just absolutely believe he cannot do it at all. But yeah, my prediction is Leclerc pole position, Alonso second, and Verstappen third.
Uh, okay, so my qualifying 1, 2, 3 is Verstappen in P1, as has been for a lot of this year, and then a slightly weirder one, Alonso in second, because he has been hinting a lot that Aston Martin, Monaco is their time to shine because they're very fast in the corners. Red Bull are more straight, so it should be more suited to Aston Martin. We don't really know, but it should be. And then Perez in third.
Perez, interesting.
Mm.
All right, so those are your quality predictions, and then next we go on to race predictions. You go first, Yusuf.
My P1 is Fernando Alonso. My P2
Go on, Fernando.
is Verstappen, and P3 is Sergio Perez.
Yeah, so I've gone a bit differently here. So my P3, I've gone for Verstappen. So it's pretty much the same, but one difference because it's going to be Perez in second, and it's going to be Fernando Alonso in first.
I think we all want
Fernando Alonso to win. Yeah. I think Leclerc, problem, mistake. I'm not really sure. DNF possibly. I don't think he's going to be on the podium. Unfortunately, I think that he'll be outside. And Alonso, he's an amazing defender. He's an amazing driver as well, aggressive, and he really wants to win this. You can tell that he wants to win this. He is going to go for this. If he can get into P1 there, I don't think there's going to be anyone overtaking him unless there's a strategy blunder or something that's out of his hands, basically. And I think Perez, street circuit master. I don't think he's going to be having any problems with getting onto the podium. So I think I'm going to have Perez in, what did I say, second?
Yeah.
Yeah, Perez second, Verstappen third, and Alonso first.
By the way, have you seen the new McLaren livery? It's amazing.
That's nice.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll have more on that later, of course, in the show. But
so it's IndyCar. It's IndyCar, Le Mans, and a normal Formula One car mashup. It's quite cool.
Yeah, I do like it a lot.
So,
but returning to the predictions.
So the most impressive driver, my most impressive driver is Yuki Tsunoda. He's had a couple of quite good races. He's been quite unlucky. He's been in 11th a lot. He seems to like 11th, being 11th quite a lot.
He does.
So yeah, he What place did he come in? FP1?
Uh, F,
Uh,
FP1.
oh, 13th. All right.
But yeah, but we can't really take anything from FP1. It
Yeah.
changes a lot.
I think in FP2 he was slightly higher. I don't know why.
FP2.
I mean, sorry. But yeah.
Yeah, so I do think that Sonoda, he could have a good weekend, but mine's different. My most impressive driver, I've gone for Lando Norris. And we were just on the subject of the McLaren special livery. Well, I think that special livery will be getting him some good special points this weekend. Because I do think that Lando, the car's not been great at the start of this year, but I do think they're starting to improve. And I think he's going to have, a brilliant weekend myself, personally. I'm not really sure about Oscar. He's a rookie around the streets of Monaco. It's very prestigious, very daunting to be there for your first time in Formula One. So I'm not sure about Piastri, but I do think that Lando's really going to pull it out of the bag this time.
Yeah. So my most impressive team.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, I think it's a helicopter.
Yeah, I think there's a helicopter just going over. It's really loud. Yeah, anyway.
I think there is noise cancelling, so you won't be able to hear that. But yeah. So my most impressive team is Aston Martin because they have been hinting. Alonso has been hinting that Monaco is their race. They are good around twisty.
Also, Red Bull's advantage. It won't be the same, will it?
Yeah. Because DRS doesn't really matter. There aren't many straights, so I think Aston Martin have maybe the upper hand. So you never know. It might come true, might not. But hopefully there is a Fernando Alonso win, and we will go crazy.
But yeah, my most impressive team, I've gone with Ferrari, and I know my predictions don't actually really support that for race 1 to 3 because I haven't got a Ferrari on the podium. But I'm not sure. I just have that feeling inside of me that Ferrari are going to do well. And I know it doesn't reflect that.
Is that well relative to how they've done this season?
Yeah, relative to how they've been this season. So I do think that they'll be finishing solid points. Leclerc, like I said, they'd be P2. I think that would be a win for Ferrari around here. Or no, I said it was P1 actually, pole position for qualifying. I think that would be a win for them. So yeah, I think that it'll be Ferrari most impressive driver, most impressive team. Sorry. All right, well then, moving on to our one special prediction. How many overtakes are going to be in this year's Monaco Grand Prix? How many do you think, Yusuf?
So I think I've kind of stirred up a quite a good race. I think it's going to be quite fun. Contrary to what normally happens at Monaco, I think it's going to be a few overtakes. I think last year something like 11 or 12. So this year I want it to be more fun. So
I mean, of course, who doesn't want it to be more fun?
My prediction is 30 overtakes.
What? Yeah. Are you serious? Or are you just like trying to?
I want a crazy race. I want a fun.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that 30 overtakes. That doesn't usually happen in a normal Grand Prix.
No, the most in a Grand Prix ever was 100 and something. So it's nowhere near that. So
no, I don't think that's happening. And I've actually gone for 5 overtakes on track in the Monaco Grand Prix.
You don't have much.
Yeah, I don't have much faith at all right now. Yeah, quite a big difference there. 25 overtakes. We'll be waiting to see how many.
Yes, so 30, we will judge that one to whoever gets closer. Yeah, and then finally, most disappointing team.
Have we not already been through this?
No.
Oh, sorry. Well, we made a mistake because most disappointing team was supposed to come before the special prediction. But it's all right.
So the most disappointing team is McLaren. Even though they have an amazing livery, I don't think anything's going to come of it. It's amazing. You should see it. So it's a mashup of Le Mans, Indy 500, which is this week as well, and the Monaco and the normal Formula 1.
It's celebrating, of course, the triple crown of motorsport,
which McLaren have won all of.
But you're not thinking it's going to happen?
No. I think they're going to be quite disappointing.
I mean, contrary to what I think is going to happen in the Indy 500, to be honest. But yeah, so my most disappointing team, I've gone with Mercedes, and it pains me so much to say this, right? I'm a humongous Mercedes fan. Since I started watching Formula 1, I've been a Mercedes fan, and I just don't think he's going to go for them this season, and I don't think he's going to go for them this race either. They've got these new side pods, they've got the new design, and a lot of people are quite positive about this, but I'm just really not sure. I mean, of course, we'll wait and see. But looking at FP1, I know I did say that you can't really, focus on that too much. But just looking at that for a moment, you got 15 P15 George Russell and P3 Lewis Hamilton. So it's pretty split
they
between both
they
of them.
will have been carrying like different loads.
Yeah, but
They're doing
like I
different
did say,
things.
you can't tell anything from FP1.
Yeah.
So I do think that Mercedes, unfortunately, they'll be the most disappointing team this weekend.
And your most disappointing driver?
We've not already been through it.
No.
Oh, well, yeah. My most disappointing driver will be, Nick De Vries. I'm gonna go with. Um, it pains me again.
You don't really like him, do you?
No, it pains me because he's a rookie, and I really don't want to be doing this. But yeah, what an abominable. Abominable. I don't think I still said it right. Start to to his F1 career he's had. I'm still not sure he's going to be here by halfway through the summer break. I'm really not sure he's going to be there at Alpha Tauri. And yeah, I do think he's going to be the most disappointing driver this weekend, the flop, unfortunately. And the reason I think that is, I said it about Piastri as well, coming to Monaco is really daunting. It's scary. And to be racing around there in an F1 car, that is not an easy task in your first season, full season of Formula One. So I do think De Vries, he's prone to crashes as well. I think it's happening this weekend. He is my most disappointing driver.
The thing about De Vries is, he's pushing that car so hard because it is just so rubbish. Like Yuki Tsunoda is doing better than him, obviously.
No, he's just rubbish. I'm sorry, De Vries is just
the
rubbish.
car. I think the car is just very, very bad. I think maybe he's not as good as some of the drivers, but I don't think that it's completely him. I think it is the car. I don't think it's just
the
him.
amount of crashes that he has had, that's all on him. All of that is on him right now.
Not really. He has been pushing the car a lot. And my flop is Alex Albon. And I changed this when I saw his crash.
In FP1, yeah.
He absolutely clobbered the wall coming out onto Zandvoort with like 3.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, there was only a couple of minutes left.
So he did manage to get, he's
I think he was running P10, was he?
Yeah, he's P10. And he did get in 32 laps and then he crashed.
That's some good running.
Yeah. But yeah, he's my flop. Are Williams running a special livery? Because I saw like something from Gulf where
I'm not really sure about that one.
I mean, it was like a video with so it was Williams. Yeah, it's fine.
I don't think so because I haven't watched that much FP1, but I did see the Williams. I don't think there's anything special. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, then moving on. Our predictions have now finished, and just to give you a heads up about the how the point system is going to work. So race 1, 2, 3, for each position you get correct, then you get a point. And same with quali 1, 2, 3. Then for most impressive driver, if you get it right, and it doesn't have to be the most out of everyone. If he's doing impressive, doing well compared to how he normally does, I do think that he's going that then they do get the point. There's no half points being awarded either. It's just 1 point or 0. And then it'll be the same for the other most disappointing or most impressive. And then for the special prediction, that is going to be 2 points for whoever gets closer. So for this weekend, it's most overtakes. Whoever gets closer will get the point. We'll get the 2 points, sorry.
So yeah, the Williams livery, there was something from Gulf and Williams. So it's basically a computer screen with Williams team member, and they click a file that says a new beginning, and then it loads in Gulf colors, and then it says coming soon. So maybe they're saying they're fast. Maybe they're saying that
it says a bold new beginning.
Yes, so maybe they're saying that they're coming back. They're gonna be faster. They're gonna be better. Who knows? We will see. So
But yeah, so then that is the end of our prediction segment of this podcast. And now moving on, we're going to be talking about just the Monaco Grand Prix as a whole and everything that we think is going to happen. So there's a few points that we're going to be talking about, and we'll be going through everything. So just focusing on the big news this weekend, we've got for Hamilton to Ferrari rumors. I'm not really sure about that.
No, he's already said that that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. And then we've got the Aston Martin changing to Honda power engine for 2026.
Which also means Red Bull Well, obviously they weren't going to have Honda; they were going to go to Ford. But that means Honda will be in Formula One. A lot of people didn't think, that after they,
that partnership
yeah,
before. Yeah, but um, so I do think that this will be a bit of a blow for Mercedes. Like it just really like the fact that Aston Martin have been quicker than their power engine suppliers. That is pretty poor,
yeah, yeah,
and it's showing how much Mercedes has really fallen from
yeah,
grace. Unfortunately, they've fallen from grace, and yeah,
and it shows that um, Aston Martin do have a good
really
aero,
well, yeah.
yeah. S-
So yeah, just on that news, just with that news, we're going to be moving on now. So anything you want to be saying about this Grand Prix?
Um, not really. No. What I want to say is it should be good. I don't think it will be a good Grand Prix. It might be. We will be very, very happy if Fernando Alonso wins. But we don't
Do you
really
think
know.
Alonso does have the ability to win?
Yes, but I don't know. Do we want Charles Leclerc to win, or do we want Fernando Alonso to win?
That's a hard one.
Yeah.
But yeah. So just going back to the layout itself, do you think that there's going to be much opportunity for good racing and overtakes or so?
Maybe I don't really know. Sebastian Vettel's at back as well. Just as
Or in the paddock?
yeah.
Yeah, so I do think that the overtakes, I don't think we're going to be seeing much this year. But I think the main thing that's going to be here this weekend is tire deg and pit stops. So
Yeah.
those will be pretty important when it comes to how this race will unfold.
It should pan out quite it should pan out quite well because Red Bull are going to be tugged back a bit because of their straight line speed. It's not going to work as much here. Aston Martin will have the better cornering. Ferrari, we don't really know. Mercedes are a bit of an unknown right now because of the new side
Yeah, so
pods.
actually, let's just go back to Mercedes. How do you think Mercedes are going to fare with this new thing of theirs?
It will take them a while to catch up because they've been so focused on this zero pod thing for so long that it might take them a while.
I don't
to-
really think that that we can really tell much right now. But I do think one thing that I do want to say is, if they have a bad Grand Prix this weekend, then that it's just the first of how do you feel? It's just the first of like a new start for Mercedes
Yeah,
with this new side pod thing. I think the zero pod obviously didn't work out, and trying something new that's pretty important. But I don't think that this is going to be straight away amazing, and I do think that Lewis Hamilton, he needs a good car to win this championship because obviously we've heard these rumors, and it's pretty evident that he probably could be moving elsewhere soon because of how this car is performing.
thing is with the Formula One cars, it's not always the side pods or what you can actually see. It's not the front wing. It's not always that. It's everything that's underneath. That's mostly the more
Yeah.
important things. It's not always that. So you can't really say that the zero pods haven't worked. It could be what's underneath.
Yeah, so yeah, I do agree with you quite. But so then, just going through teams, Ferrari P1, FP1, and P5 was it for Leclerc? Yeah, P5 for Leclerc. Um, so who again, it's just a mystery to be honest. What is going to be happening? I'm really not sure. Mercedes P3 and P15. It's looking a bit jumbled to be honest.
Yeah, yes.
But I do think the teams that are looking to be up there right now, it's got to be Ferrari, and I do think that Aston Martin they have a strong car, and then Red Bull P4, P6, Perez, and then Verstappen.
But obviously, FP1 you can't really gauge anything
True, that's true.
about pace or anything because what was it,
Miami,
Miami,
Hamilton,
yeah.
Russell 1-2.
So and
Yeah,
that one got swapped quite wrong. So
Yeah, that went
you
quite
can't
differently.
you can't really gauge anything from FP1 because they'll be trying out new setups, maybe completely different fuel loads. They'll be testing out the tires. You can't really tell.
Oh yeah, and I do think that Valtteri Bottas has a special helmet this week. It looks absolutely pristine. I really like it. You should check it.
Even better than the
His
face one.
Yeah, No,
I like the face
I
one.
do really like this one. It's like a Pac-Man spin-off. It's like I'm not sure how to explain it, but it says so Botman is his name. It's quite interesting.
Oh right.
Yeah, so if you look at it, it's quite interesting. And it's got like the design of a Pac-Man kind of. It's got like a Pac-Man kind of design on it. Now I did see that in like an advert. I'm not 100% sure if that's for this weekend, but I have seen that, and it is quite nice.
I haven't seen it, but yeah,
I'm not 100% sure if that is for
he,
Monaco.
he, his his helmets do look. His
Pretty
helmets,
nice, yeah.
yeah.
But yeah. So any last things you want to say?
Um, I really hope that this Grand Prix goes well. I hope it's fun. Because we know the what can happen at Monaco.
Yeah. So hopefully chaos
Will ensue.
will ensue and
Ensue.
ensue. Yeah. Which one?
I don't know.
You don't know. All right. Well, neither do I. So yeah, that's it for this podcast. This is of course just the build-up and the predictions for the Monaco Grand Prix, and we're going to be here for the whole weekend. So on Saturday, post qualifying, we'll be having reaction and review. We'll be going over everything that happened in qualifying, and then on Sunday, the big one, we'll be having to be honest, quite a long discussion after the race about everything that happened and how we think that the Grand Prix itself went. So the race will be at 2 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken, on Sunday, and
Yeah.
qualifying at 3. Is it? Yeah. So we'll be on air. Not on air to be honest, because it's not live. But we will be. The episode should be out for qualifying around 5ish or
Yeah.
6. I'd say around 6 o'clock for the Monaco Grand Prix, and then for Sunday it will be as out as soon as possible. Yeah, thanks for listening, and make sure to be with us through the rest of the weekend for everything, for all the coverage. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye. And make sure you like, subscribe, and follow us on Twitter. Bye.